Welcome to Ideas to Innovate, a podcast for students by the students, of course. I am your host Tanvisa Swain, and today we have two of the three winners of the Macmillan Budding Science Competition, Anshi Sheth and Dhyana Brahmbhatt. The Macmillan Budding Science Competition is in association with Spring Nature and Indian Institute of Technology, and it encourages students to apply scientific knowledge to real-life problems and find solutions to them. Without further ado, let's begin. So first of all, congratulations on achieving such a huge feat. How do you feel about it?
It was a wonderful experience. We had a lot of fun making new friends from different parts of the country, learning their points of view and about their projects. We also got a feel of what the National Forum is like, and we also knew how IIT Bombay and IIT Delhi look like. It was absolutely amazing.
That is amazing. To get an opportunity to have your vision recognized and get awarded for it too does not always come twice. So tell me, how exactly was your project made and what inspired you to make it?
So our project was based on the remineralization of RO water. As we know, RO removes all important minerals from the water, and people have to drink and get mineral deficiencies. So when I contacted many people from my society, they said that they were not using ROs because of this very problem. That is when we got curious and started researching and got to know that two natural materials, that is activated charcoal and kelp, do this job perfectly and remineralize the water.
So how did you think about using activated charcoal and kelp?
So, at first, we started diving into the technologies that already existed. We found out that alkaline water pitchers, mineral stones were already in use. However, they were too expensive and they were made of chemicals which were not good for our body. So, we decided to delve into the natural side and found that activated charcoal and kelp could be used to remineralize water. So, we just went for it.
This idea and research just proves why exactly they deserve this win, but I normally wouldn't have thought about it. So why exactly did you use these two products only?
So, activated charcoal is actually a byproduct, and kelp is a weed that grows on seabeds. Both of them are cost effective, cheap, and they are easily available, so they can be provided to the masses easily. And also, we cannot forget this, they can be compacted, they can be reduced in size, so you can fit it in any filter, any way you like.
I see. They were definitely a great choice. So tell me, do you further plan on developing this?
Yes, of course. We got a lot of feedback from the judges telling us to make it more small in size, making it compact, attachable to any filter, RO or nozzle. So we are still working on that and we plan to patent the idea further as well.
I hope you are successful in doing so, as doing that would help many people in need too. Now, coming up with such a great idea wouldn't have been easy. So, what were some obstacles you faced along the way?
We faced many obstacles. First of all, as we know, all distributors provide us kelp and activated charcoal in bulk quantities, and getting them in smaller quantities as it was required for our project was very difficult. Apart from that, we had our schools and exams alongside with the competition, and managing both of these with clashing timings was quite a task. But we managed to do it.
The problems definitely proved to be a learning and turning point, but the fact that you managed to tackle them is absolutely great. So tell me, how exactly did your project help the environment?
Our project is very sustainable and eco-friendly because kelp and activated charcoal, after being used up in our project, can be composted and converted into natural manures and fertilizers for our gardens. It is very eco-friendly and a very good project.
That is nice. Just as nature gave you a lot, you are giving back to it too. So, who do you want to appreciate for this success?
Firstly, our parents. They were a support, a pillar for us. And secondly, our mentor, Sudha ma'am. She was an amazing mentor.
So, those are some really great people in your lives. and deserve a lot of recognition too. How did your school help you?
Our school helped us in so many ways. So Navrajta Higher Secondary, it provided an environment for us that helped us foster design thinking, critical thinking, learning from the very start, from when we were little, without us even knowing what they mean. From 6th, our skills got honed further on. We learned coding, data science, and these things really helped us throughout our project. And of course, they gave us labs, they gave us everything we needed to work with, and of the opportunity to present at such a prestigious forum. Other than that, we missed a lot of classes when we were going through this competition. Many of our teachers sat with us days and nights to help us compensate for this loss as well. We are really thankful for the help.
I couldn't agree more. Our school definitely deserves all the recognition and made sure you didn't falter in any way. The Macmillan competition is a huge event open to the public of 6th to 8th grade and receives almost 2,500 entries. So, what did you do that made you stand out and win this competition?
So, I guess the uniqueness of our project is that it included the topics of design thinking. It was built strategically on all its stages. Apart from that, we were using rare things like kelp and activated charcoal that not many people know about. These things are highly sustainable, cost effective, and very modifiable so that we can inculcate them in our project very easily. And I guess our presentation was good too because we managed to keep a smile on our faces throughout the presentation. That shocked me too as well.
That is really nice. And to be able to do that, kudos to you all. So finally, what is a valuable lesson you learned and what is some advice you want to give to your future competitors?
We learned so many valuable lessons from this competition, but 2 of them would be never give up, keep going no matter what's in your way, and never procrastinate and leave things for the last minute.
I hope all listeners and audience listen to this and keep this in mind, for this advice is way too valuable to pass by. Now that that's over, let's move on to the next segment. Usually, you are warned against pointing fingers or calling out names in public. But that is exactly what you have to do here. Let's begin. So the first question, which one of you procrastinates the most?
Well, I'd say Dhyana. That is because we had to make a mood board, which is another component of design thinking, and she was making it till the last day.
I feel you, Dhyana. Too much workload does lead to a lot of procrastination. Which one of you has a more keen eye for creativity?
I'd say Anshi. Anshi has this power to sort ideas, pick the perfect one, and she knows exactly why it is perfect. So I think Anshi has a keen eye for ideas.
That is a great skill to have, Anshi. Who is the most straight one, forward one?
I'd say me.
Anshi will criticize your soul till it breaks without any hesitation, without stopping a second. She'll be like, I'm aiming for your soul, I will destroy it now.
I hope your soul isn't as shattered.
I've survived.
Okay. Who do you think is an all-rounder?
I think Srihari. Srihari is like a tech savvy. He's good at technology, he has design thinking, and he's also kind of fun to be with. So yeah, he's a great teammate to have.
That is really good. So, and which one of you is more nocturnal again?
Srihari. That kid really likes watching series and reading books in the night. So he tends to sleep through the day, and then even during competitions, he'll watch a series at night, come in the morning, present, sleep again.
And finally, who is the most troublesome one of you?
Srihari again. He is a really nice person, but then he annoys us a lot at times and probably accuses of us of bullying at times as well, since we're the elder ones here. Yeah.
Yes, well, I'd say both of them. Both Dhyana and Srihari.
And you're going to have to choose one. Come on.
Well, then I'll go with Srihari.
That is great. Dhyana, how do you feel about this victory?
Amazing.
Congratulations. It is now time for the final segment, the rapid fire round. Be quick with your brains and don't think too much about it. Number 1. If you could have a superpower for a day, what would it be and why?
I would like the superpower of controlling time, stopping it and going back in time, or maybe even forward.
I would like the power of controlling and reading minds so that I can alter any situation to my benefit.
Those seem very cool and powerful. For to be able to show the fabric of time and change and convince people's mind is absolutely amazing. Number 2. If you could eat one food for a whole week, what would it be?
I'd eat pani puri for a whole week.
I will eat ice cream.
That is so true. I would give anything for my favorite fruit. Number 3. What is one of the most craziest inventions you can think of?
The craziest invention that I can think of at this point is metal detector sandals. The name is self-explanatory.
For me, it would be radioactivity, destructive. It's one word.
Those are some cool inventions I would definitely like to try out finding. And finally, what is the funniest moment that happened during the whole trip?
So what happened was that in IIT Bombay, while we were presenting, we realized that the most crucial component of our project, kelp water, we had forgotten it in the audience seat. So we were totally petrified at that point. We didn't know what to do. But then we both communicated through eyes, and then she stealthily went down to the audience seat. She got the bottle and she went back up.
We asked all the people if they noticed anything. They were like, no. So I'm pretty happy with my ninja skills there.
That is definitely a petrifying yet funny and beautiful memory to look back upon. And here's an extra question for you all. During the competition or even after it, did you expect to be here?
No, not even in my dream, because we were not aware of the podcast, and after that Sapna ma'am gave us the invite and then we're here. It's absolutely amazing.
And with that, we end with today's episode. Thank you for viewing patiently. These were our amazing achievers, Anshi Shade and Dhyana Brahmbhatt from the Macmillan Budding Scientist Competition. And they truly serve as an inspiration to all of us. Once again, I was your host, Tanvisa Sway, and I must now bid you adieu. Thank you for viewing patiently and stay tuned for future episodes of Ideas to Innovate, a podcast for students by the students.